from grade 9C. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. Wishing you a pleasant morning. Today, it's an epic day in the history of Rainbow International School, the launch of E-Impulse. E-Impulse, what's this? My, the annual exhibition of RIS. In these challenging situations, maintaining a good mindset is probably the most important thing one can do. It will allow one to stay upbeat, avoid pointless sorrows, persist through the hardship, find smart solutions, and eventually turn the situation around. This stands true with Rainbow International School. The students have nailed it once again. Let's go on a virtual tour to unwind and understand what each child has created.
Dear parents and teachers, I am Master Swaraj Kale from grade 6. Today I am going to explain you about liquid stacking. All matter has mass and volume. The mass of a unit volume of a substance is called its density. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. We are going to take common things and make a liquid stacking. So first we are gonna take honey. Density of honey is 1.42 gram per ml. This soap is 1.06 gram per ml. Then water is 1 gram per ml. And then vegetable oil, which is 0.93 gram per ml. Now we are going to make our experiment. So first we have to add honey in it. 3. So we are going to add this soap. So now we are going to add some water in it. We have to fill the glass and then add water and just slowly add it. So now we are going to add the oil. So we have to add the oil. So guys, so this is a project. Let's look at it closely. So here are the 4 layers. Upper layer, this is the vegetable oil. This is the water which I have added food color. And now the blue-green layer is the dish soap. And the last layer is the honey.
My name is Pranav Nilesh Patil. My project is heart pumping system. Heart is the most important part in our body, and heart is made up of cardiac muscles. In adults, around 72 times per minute heart beats, and in newborn baby around 150 times per minute. Now I have make a chart. Heart is divided into 2 pumping system, right side and left side. The right side contains deoxygenated blood and pump it to the lungs. Then the left side contains oxygenated blood and supply to all rest body parts. Now I will tell you how does blood flow through the heart. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. Then the right atrium pumps the blood to right ventricle through tricuspid wall. The right ventricle pumps the deoxygenated blood to pulmonary artery through pulmonary wall. The pulmonary arteries are joined to lungs. Then the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from pulmonary veins. The left atrium pumps the oxygenated blood to left ventricle through mitral valve. The left ventricle pumps the blood to aorta through aortic valve. The aorta are joined to all of our body, and that supplies all bloods to body parts. Now I have a make a model so that can explain you. This is the model. This is our body. This is our heart, and this is our lungs. Now see, let's see. I will pump and it gets. See, the blood is coming. See. Now it goes to our body. Now, 1 minute. See, the blood is coming. See. Thank you.
Friends, myself Kaina from grade 6B. Today I will be sharing you some fun with magnet. So let's get started. First I will tell you what is attraction and what is repulsion. Attraction: when north pole and south pole of a magnet come near, it attracts. So this is known as attraction. Repulsion: when north pole and north pole or south pole and south pole come near but it does not attract, it is known as repulsion. I will be showing you an activity that is a ladybug and with and disc magnet. So here is the activity. See, this is repelling because it is same. It is north pole and north pole. So it will dance. And now I will be showing you attraction. This is north pole and this is south pole. It will attract. See, it attracted. Again. This is repelling. That's why this ladybug is dancing. Now I would be telling you some do's and don'ts. I will be telling you don'ts. That is, we should never keep a magnet near a fire. We should never keep a magnet near electronic devices, that is mobile phone, TV, radios and etc. And we should never hammer a magnet because it can lose its magnetic power. So, thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Sciencey Impulse. My name is Shanam Dubey and today I am going to tell why the shape of the earth is spherical. So let's begin. Many of you might be thinking, why is the earth spherical? Actually, first our earth was something like this, mostly like a square. Then later on, with the process of rotation and revolution, it became like a sphere and rotated around the earth. I also have a speech to make everyone understand more nicely. So let's begin. The earth is massive enough that the pull of gravity maintains it roughly spherical shape. Most of its deviation from the spherical stem and from the centrifugal force caused by rotation around its north-south axis. The earth is flattened at the poles and bulges, even at the equator. Geodesy represent the earth as an oblate sphere. The oblate spheroid or oblate ellipsoid is an ellipsoid of revolution obtained by rotating an ellipse about its shorter axis. The volume of the Earth is 10,83,206 million cubic kilometers, and the mass of the Earth is 5.972 multiplied by 10 power to 24 kg, and the density of the Earth is 5.5 gram per centimeter cube. This signifies that the Earth is spherical in shape. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Thane and I am from class 6B. Today I am going to present you all my science exhibition. The topic of my science exhibition is color changing flowers. The materials we require is 4 glasses of water, 4 food colors and 4 roses. First step, you have to take the food color and put 2 to 3 drops in it. Then you have to stir it very well. Then you have to put each rose in it. And then you have to leave it overnight, and the next day you will notice that your flower has given color. Thank you. The next day you will notice that your flowers has turned its colors into yellow, pink, blue and green. This process is known as color changing flowers. Thank you.
Today I'll be doing an experiment that will show us how crystals are formed. What we need for this experiment are thin skewers, spatula, 1 cup of water and 3 cups of sugar. 3 cups of sugar and a pan. First put the pan on the gas. Secondly, turn on the gas. Put water in the pan. Then add your sugar. 3 cups. And nextly put water on the sticks. Put the sticks into the sugar. Coat them well. Once this all is coated, keep it aside. Afterwards, let your mixture boil. Let the mixture boil. Use the spatula and mix the mixture. After the mixture has boiled, put the mixture into the glass. Wait for it to cool down. After the mixture cools down, put the stick in directly. Leave the stick. Few days, it forms into this type of mixture called crystallization. These are the sticks I made. Also eat these and put food coloring while you are boiling the mixture. Process of forming a crystal of a substance from its solution is called crystallization. Crystallization is a process used for purifying the substance, and it is also used to obtain the salt from the seas.
We have many times heard the term herd immunity. But do we really know what is it? Herd immunity is a form of indirect protection from the diseases that occur when a sufficient percentage of a population has become immune to infection, whether through vaccination or through previous infections, thereby reducing the likelihood for the individuals who lack immunity. For example, if 80% of a population is immune to a virus, 4 out of every 5 people who encounter someone with the disease won't get sick and won't spread the disease any further. In this way, the spread of infectious diseases are kept under control. Depending on how contagious the disease is, 50 to 90% of every person needs to be immune to archive herd immunity. Vaccination is a very important term in herd immunity. A vaccination is a biological preparation that provides active acquired immunity to a particular infectious disease. If enough people refuse to vaccinate, herd immunity falls apart. Herd immunity is especially important to 2 groups. First group is of the people who cannot get vaccinated, such as small children and elderly people with serious allergy. Also, a small minority of people who do not get vaccinated don't get immunity from the disease. And all those people are in risk. So now, I would like to show you all a herd immunity chart in which it is clearly shown that how herd immunity can be archived. So this is a herd immunity chart which clearly represents that how one person can spread a dangerous disease to the whole community, and how we can archive herd immunity if few of the people in the community are immune. So the red stickman represents the infected person. The black stickman represents the suspected person. And over here the green stickman represents the immune person. Now in this community, if one person is infected with the disease, you can clearly see that how the disease gets spreaded to other people as well. And few of them are also becoming suspected. But when we come to this community, in this community, herd immunity is being archived. Which means that if one infected person is there in the community and others have immune themselves, the disease would not spread. Even the number of suspected people are very low compared to the other section. So just now we saw that how herd immunity can be archived and how herd immunity can be spread. But this is not it. This was just a chart. But now we are going to do an activity, a small domino activity in which we can see that how one infected person can spread a disease to the whole community.
So this is a herd immunity model which shows you that how herd immunity works. Viruses can easily spread from one person to another. This is a model to see that how herd immunity protects others from getting sick. These yellow dominoes represent the people who have not done vaccination. And this red domino represents the person who is infected with the virus. So now we will spread the virus by knocking the red dominoes into the other dominoes. So what do you think? How many people got infected? Well, all the dominoes which fell on each other got infected. Now let us see that what happens in your model if some of the people are immune.
Set up the domino again but this time tape a green domino to represent the immune person. Knock the red domino over again. What effect did the immune person have? Although all the dominoes surrounding the immune person fell down, the green domino did not fall. Now, repeat this with 2 to 3 more immune individuals in the population. What do you observe when increasing the number of immune people in a population? Let us find out. So we observed that because of the presence of few immune people in the community, the whole community did not fail. So this was our activity. Thank you for watching and I hope you liked it.
Welcome to the E-Impulse Exhibition 2020. My name is Daksh from class 7th A. Today I will explain you about a bristlebot. A bristlebot is a simple rigged-bodied robot where the lower surface is covered by bristles or velvet. A bristlebot is driven by vibrating its body. Bristlebot is a simple robot which is created from a battery connecting wires, motors, and a switch. A battery is an object that converts chemical energy present in it to electric energy. A vibrating motor is a motor that vibrates when supplied to electricity. A connecting wires are those wires who connect two or more electronic objects. A switch is a device that helps in an opening and breaking of a circuit. Now, you must be thinking what is opening and breaking of a circuit. So, let me explain you about open and closed circuit. An open circuit is when the way of electric current is broken from the between and they cannot pass. But a closed circuit is when the way of electrons or in the wire is open and they can pass throughly. A bristlebot can also be used for many artistic works. First, we have to take four of your favorite colors. Then open their caps. Now dip your paintbrush and paint on the bristles of the bristlebot. Now we will rotate the bristlebot on the paper and to make a random drawing that would be very nice. See, an amazing drawing is made by the bristlebot. See, so this is how it's done. Thank you.
Good morning, my friends. It's me, Unmita Chitnis from 7C. Today, I'm going to give you some information about zoetrops. What are zoetrops? Zoetrops were an early form of animation technology. A zoetrop contains a cylinder with slit cuts on its sides. And it even contains a set of images which are sequential inside the cylinder. So when a person spins that with a hand and looks through the slits, it appears to be moving because of the sequential images inside. So now let's see how this looks after spinning and also get some more information about zoetrops.
Wow, isn't that looking good? This is the real magic of animation.
G of Rainbow International School. Today, I am here to talk on the topic fire extinguisher. Now, we all know that fires can be a cause of massive destruction and should be stopped at any cost. So, we should always be prepared and alert. We should also know the basics properly. Some causes of fire are not switching off the gas stove, not handling fire with caution, and flammable objects near fire. Always handle fire with caution. Today, I am going to show a small experiment through which we can prove that carbon dioxide helps in extinguishing fire. So, for this experiment, we need a container, baking soda, vinegar, and a lit candle. So, once we mix vinegar with baking soda, carbon dioxide is released. So, we put some vinegar in this container. Then, we put some baking soda in it. Once these two mixtures react, they form carbon dioxide and release it. We have to trap this carbon dioxide, and once we bring this trapped carbon dioxide near the fire, it will try to escape, and hence it extinguishes fire. This is how carbon dioxide helps in extinguishing fire. So, what happens? The carbon dioxide is so heavy that it forms a layer between the flammable objects and oxygen. So once it forms a layer between it, it extinguishes fire. This is how carbon dioxide helps in extinguishing fire. Fire extinguishers present in buildings, malls, offices, etc. also contain carbon dioxide and other chemicals such as sodium bicarbonate. This is a typical fire extinguisher present in most buildings, malls and offices. This was how we can prove that carbon dioxide helps in extinguishing fire. Always be alert and handle fire with caution. That's what they say. Better be safe than sorry. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. I am Lakshra from 7th B. I am here to introduce you all to my science model, a jet car. So, I would like to thank my ma'am, Tanveer ma'am, for giving me this project. So, a jet car is basically a model or project which every child loves to do. So, here is my jet car. So, to make it, I use some essential things like bottle, needle, button, straw and a balloon. To make this project, I have used Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion states that every object has an equal and opposite reaction. As the air rushes backward out of the balloon, the car moves ahead in an opposite reaction with an equal force. You can take a close look to my jet car. Thanks everyone. I hope you like my jet car.
Hello everyone, my name is Shriyash Ade from 7C and today I am going to share some information about static electricity. So what is static electricity? Let me explain. Static electricity is an imbalance of electric charges within or on the surface. Static electricity is named in contrast with current electricity which flows on wires or on other conductors and transmits energy. So here I have some fun experiments on static electricity. Let's have some fun. So for the first experiment I have a balloon, a stand and a paper. So for the first experiment I'll charge up the balloon with rubbing it on my head. As you can see, the balloon is getting the paper is getting attracted to the balloon. So this was the first experiment with balloon and paper. Let's move to the second. So for the next experiment, you need a scale, some salt and pepper and a woolen cloth. So I'm going to rub this scale to this woolen cloth. I'm rubbing this cause it creates some energy, so it creates some electricity in it so that the salt and pepper reacts As you can see, the salt and pepper reacts to the scale which is charged. So let's move to the next experiment.
So for the third experiment, you need a scale, a woolen cloth and some bits of tissue paper. So I'll rub the scale to this woolen cloth so the scale gets charged. As you can see, the tissue paper is getting reacted with this charged scale. So thank you all for your patient listening. This was some experiments on static electricity. Hope you all liked it. Thank you.
Everyone, I hope you are doing well. My name is Jayati Kumar. I am from grade 7B. Today I am here to show you how this amazing machine, the human heart, works. First, I am going to tell you what is the purpose of each side of your heart. The right side of your heart receives oxygen poor blood from your veins and picks up oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. The left side of your heart receives oxygen-rich blood from your arteries to the rest of your body and sends it to all the organs so it can work properly. Now I am going to demonstrate how the human heart works. Imagine these are the lungs and these are the organs. Now, as you can see, the water was suctioned from the lungs to the organs. That is how the circulatory system works. Thank you.
Hello teachers, I am Arush from class 7B. Today I am going to show you how to make a silver egg. First, you have to take an egg and you have to insert a stick in it. Then you have to take a lit candle and blacken the egg. See, the egg is blackening. The egg is blackening with the black smoke. It is not blackening because of the flame. It is becoming black because of the black smoke. You have to keep it from a distance away from the candle, or else the candle will blow. Oh no, the candle blew. Don't mind. I will put the egg aside and take a bowl of water. Now I will put the egg in the water. You can see that the egg. You can see that the egg has become silvery. The egg becomes silvery because the soot which forms from the black smoke covers the eggshell, and when it's fully burned, the black soot forms a thin layer of air between the eggshell and the water. That's why when it reflects the light, it becomes silvery. So the egg becomes silvery. Thank you.
Hello to my all dear teachers and my dear friends. My name is Ms. Ishita Lande from Standard 8B, presenting you today my topic, air occupies space and atmospheric pressure, through an experiment blowing balloon inside the bottle. Blowing up a balloon involves additional air particles from your lungs inside the balloon. These air particles hit the inside walls of the balloon and forces it to expand and to inflate. Let's see if the balloon inside the bottle inflates or not. Yes, it will not inflate since the bottle is already filled with so many air particles with no escape route. This shows that air occupies space and atmospheric pressure. Now let's make a hole inside the bottle and let's see if it expands or not. Yes, it will inflate because the high air pressure inside the balloon pushes hard outward than the less air pressure inside the bottle. When the hole is unplugged, the air moves backward. The air pressure increases and collapses the balloon. Thank you.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I know that you all are fine. So, my name is Pari Latte and I am from class 8A and my science simple topic is making litmus paper and testing it with acid, bases and neutral solution. So, are you excited to know that how is litmus paper made with turmeric powder? For making of litmus paper, we need the following items: a bowl, turmeric powder, some paper strips and some water. Now let's start with the procedure. Pour some water in the bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder and mix it. Add 2 to 3 strips with the solution. So, after this procedure, let the strip soak for 5 minutes and then dry it for another 5 minutes. So, our turmeric litmus paper strips are ready now. Now let's proceed to our first experiment. For the experiment, we need the following items: a bowl, lemon juice, or you can take any citric fruit, and the litmus paper strips which we made. Now pour the lemon juice in the bowl. Take 1 litmus paper strip and dip it in the solution. As you can see here that the color of the litmus paper strip has changed it to pale yellow. This proves that lemon juice is acidic in nature. Now what are acids? Acids are the substances that are sour in taste, reacts with metal and ebonite and turns blue litmus paper into red. Now let's move to our second experiment. For the experiment we need a bowl, baking soda and some water, and of course our litmus paper strips. Add 1 tablespoon of baking soda and some water and mix it well. Now let's dip the litmus paper in the solution. As you can see here that the color of the litmus paper changed into orangish reddish. This proves that the baking soda is basic in nature. Bases are the substances that are bitter in taste, feel slippery and turns red litmus paper into blue. Now let's move to our third and the last experiment. For the experiment we need a bowl, both baking soda and lemon juice, our litmus paper strips and some water. Now let's start with the procedure. Pour the water in the bowl, add 1 tablespoon of baking soda and little bit of lemon juice and mix it well. Now take 1 litmus strip and dip it. As you can see here that the color of the litmus paper did not change. This proves that the mixture of baking soda and lemon juice is a neutral solution. Neutral solutions are the solutions that are neither acid nor basic in nature, and also heat is involved in this process. So, there are many uses of litmus paper, like wet litmus paper is used to test the water soluble effects of acidity and basicity. So, thank you for your patient listening. I know you will definitely try out all these experiments at your home. Thank you.
A very good morning, namaste and assalamu alaikum to one and all present here. I am Apurva Jha, an E-Impulse Science Project participant, here to give you a short glimpse of the working model of the kidney. As we all know that there are large numbers of chemical reactions that take place inside the human body, and as a result, several waste products are constantly being generated. Now, it is vital for the human body to get rid of these wastes. The organ system responsible for disposing wastes like urea, unwanted salts, etc. is known as the excretory system. The excretory system is comprised of several different organs. Let's find out what are they. First and the most important organs of the excretory system are the kidneys that are about the size of a clenched fist. They enclose several small structural units known as nephrons that filter the waste and toxins of the blood. There are the ureters that connect the kidneys to the urinary bladder. The urinary bladder stores the urine for excretion, and the urine is passed out from the body by the urethra. Now that we have learned about the organs of the excretory system, let's further learn about the process of excretion. The impure blood diluted from urea and other wastes reaches the excretory system through the renal artery and passes through the kidneys. The blood is filtered by the nephrons present in the kidneys to remove toxins and wastes. The wastes further dissolve with water to form urine. This urine reaches the urinary bladder through the ureters and then is passed out at regular intervals through the urethra. This was the process of excretion. I hope you enjoyed this experiment and learned something new from it. Thank you and have a nice day and stay safe.
Good morning, I am Mihik Arkhanis from class 8C of Rainbow International School. Today I will be talking about a very important art of respiration. The respiratory system is one of the vital biological systems of living organisms which consists of specific organs used for gas exchange. The organs involved in respiration include nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchus, lung, alveoli and the diaphragm. Respiration takes place in 3 stages: inspiration, gas exchange and expiration. Inspiration or inhalation is the process of taking atmospheric air into the body through nose and mouth. The process starts with contraction of the diaphragm, pulling it downwards, then contraction of the intercostal muscles between the ribs, pulling the ribs outwards. This results in increased space in the thoracic cavity. This pulls in air from the atmosphere and lungs expand. The air passes through the nasal cavity into the trachea, bronchus, bronchi, finally reaching the alveoli. Exchange of gases take place in the alveoli. These small sacs have thin lining and are surrounded by capillaries. This facilitates delivery of oxygen from the alveolar air into the blood in exchange of carbon dioxide from the impure blood. The impure air from the alveoli is thrown out into the atmosphere via exhalation. The intercostal muscles and the diaphragm relax. Thereby, the air gets pushed out of the lungs into the trachea and is finally expelled into the atmosphere via nose and mouth. Here's a demonstration of the same. The respiratory system is what gets affected in this terrible time of COVID pandemic. The alveoli is damaged due to the coronavirus and the exchange of gases is hampered. This results in decrease in SpO2 levels or oxygen levels in blood. We must keep checking our SpO2 regularly till this pandemic is resolved. Stay safe, take care, thank you.
Good morning, my name is Vinay Mohan and I am from class 8G. Today I am going to be doing an activity on the topic osmosis in potatoes. Now, what is osmosis? Osmosis is a process in which water passes across the cell membrane depending on the solute concentration inside and outside of a cell. Now, let us understand this through a simple activity. Here, we have 3 potatoes, 2 raw ones and a boiled potato. Now, let us add some salt in 1 raw and 1 boiled potato, leaving the third potato empty. Now, we should add some water in the tray. Now, after a wait of 5 to 10 minutes, as you can observe, the salt in the boiled potato has remained the same, whereas the salt in the raw potato has become wet and some has been dissolved too. This is because the salt in the raw potato drains out water from the cell lying in the cavity due to osmosis. These cells in turn draw out the adjoining cells, and this cycle continues till the outermost layer. Then the outermost layer of cells drains out water from the water in the tray. This is exactly what happens in roots. Plants keep a higher solute concentration in cells and stems, which is used to initiate pressure in the root hair cells, which absorbs water from the soil. Now, we can understand the importance of solute if you see the potato without any salt. As you can see, the water does not get collected in the cavity, which means the water does not reach the desired destination. Now, if you see the boiled potato, as you can see, the salt still remains the same and the process of osmosis doesn't take place. This is due to the death of cells. The cells need to be very alive for osmosis to take place. This is it about osmosis. Hope you found it informative. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Gauravi Gupta and I study in class 8B. Smoking is the leading cause of preventable death. Cigarette smoking causes harm nearly to every organ of our body, causes many diseases and reduces the health of smokers in general. So today I am going to show you a machine based on smoking which shows us how it affects our lungs.
The parts of the machine. This is the lungs, this is the mouth, and this is the place where the tar will get collected. This is how the machine works. When we pull the plunger outwards, the air enters into the barrel, and when we push it inwards, the air comes out in form of smoke, which contains harmful elements called tar and which has been collected in the machine. And per cigarette, there is 27 mg of tar, which is harmful for our body and especially lungs because it majorly affects our alveoli, which becomes black due to this tar.
There are around 1.3 billion smokers in the world. According to WHO, if the trend continues, the number is expected to rise up to 1.6 billion by year 2025. On an average, smoking will cut 13 years from a life expectancy. Smokers are more likely than non-smokers to develop heart diseases, stroke, and lung cancer. Smoking causes a greater risk for diseases that affect heart and blood vessels. Also, it can cause lung disease by damaging your airways and small air sacs, that is alveoli, found in our lungs. It includes diseases like COPD, emphysema, and chronic bronchitis. So quitting smoking lowers your risk for smoking-related diseases and can add years to your life. So next time when you smoke, think of the harm you are causing to the body. Thank you.
Everyone, I'm Yashna Kumar from grade 9B, and today I'm going to show you an experiment on starch power. Before I start with my experiment, I would like to say a few things about starch. Starch, or amylum, is a polymeric carbohydrate which consists of numerous glucose units which are joined by glycosidic bonds. Starch is produced by most green plants as energy storage and is commonly found in foods like potatoes, wheat, rice, corn, etc. Pure starch is white, odorless, tasteless, and is insoluble in cold water and alcohol. Now let's start with our experiment. For that, I would need a bowl, some water, some cornstarch, and 2 spoons. First, I'll put cornstarch into a bowl. Then I'll pour some water into it. Then I'll mix the mixture slowly. When cornstarch is mixed with water, strange things begin to happen. You can see for yourself. When I stir the mixture gently, it moves like a normal liquid. When I squeeze it in my hand, it feels like a paste. And when I take some and roll it in between my expands, it solidifies into a rubbery gooey ball. And when I stretch my palm, it loses its structure and dribbles away. Now, this happens because a single particle of cornstarch is about 1 to 10 microns wide. Because it is so small, it gets easily influenced by temperature and by electric charges that build up between them, which cause them to slightly repel. So, I will conclude by saying that when I move the mixture slowly, the grains repel and it acts as a fluid. But when I do anything fast on it, it overcomes repulsion and it acts as friction takes place and it acts as a solid. So you can see for yourself. I'm using a spoon for this. And now as you can see, I'm banging the mixture with a spoon and you can see it is acting like a solid. Now when I stir the mixture, it is acting as a liquid. So I hope you have enjoyed watching my experiment. Thanks for your patient listening and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shaurya Verma from grade 9C from Rainbow International School, Thane. Today I will be demonstrating you all an experiment based on air pressure. For that you will need a glass of water and a cardboard. In this experiment, the water does not spill out even after putting it upside down because the air pressure exerted on the card from underneath is greater than the weight of water present in the glass. Although we cannot feel it, but the air pressure is always there. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Welcome to the Impulse Exhibition 2020 of Rainbow International School. My name is Hira Ruheja from 9th grade and today I will exhibit a science experiment on traveling water. Have you ever seen traveling water? That is, water traveling from one cup to another without the cups being close to one another or one directly above the other. This can easily be done with the help of a string. In this experiment, you will find water flowing on a string. It's not magic, it's science. To perform this, one will need 2 cups, one filled with water and one empty, a long string which can absorb water, a paper clip, food coloring. So let's begin. First, soak the string in the water. Then attach one end of the string to the paper clip. Attach this to the empty cup. Now, in the cup containing water, add food coloring. Mix it properly. Put the other end of the string in the cup. Now, lift this cup above the other but not directly over it. Now slowly start pouring the water. Be sure not to pull the string from either of the ends and keep the string diagonally straight. Observe the water flowing on the string. As you saw, it seems magical, right? So, the science behind this experiment is that water has some special properties which makes it a unique substance. In this experiment, there are three forces that are acting: gravity, adhesion, and cohesion. Gravity pulls the water towards the earth. Adhesion attracts the water to other objects. Cohesion attracts the water molecules to the other water molecules. In this experiment, gravity pulls the water from the top cup to the bottom cup. Adhesion attracts the water to the string, and cohesion keeps the water flowing on the steady stream. I hope I was able to explain everything. Do try this experiment at your home, and I would like to thank Rainbow International School for giving me this opportunity to perform on this platform. Thank you.
Respected teachers, parents and my dear friends, my name is Chris Shani of class 9A, and today I will be presenting my electric hand sanitizer model. As we are all aware of the current pandemic, we are putting many safety precautions, and one of the main safety precautions is to sanitize our hands regularly. To use my model, we have to first put our hands inside with our palms facing upwards. We push it down and the sanitizer comes to our hands. The method how this works starts when we push our paddle. The paddle is made up of two sections, both connected with circuit wires. As soon as the paddle touches the base, the wires connect and complete the circuit, which powers up the submersible pump present in the sanitizer bottle, which pumps the sanitizer to the tube and brings the sanitizer to our hands. Now I will tell you how it works. The paddle is divided into two sections, both containing connecting wires. As soon as the paddle touches the base, the wires connect each other, which powers up the submersible pump in the sanitizing bottle. The submersible pump pumps the sanitizer into the tube, which gets us the sanitizer we need. I've also added a locking mechanism on the top of the model. It only allows the sanitizer to fall through when the paddles are being touched. It does not allow the sanitizer to flow when the sanitizer is not being touched, like this. Now I will demonstrate how it works. This entire model is eco-friendly, and everything you see here is not store-bought, and all the things present in here are reusable. Thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, my name is Krish Pant of class 9B, and I am a part of the science group for the 2020 E-Impulse. Before we begin, I wanted to know that have you ever wanted to pop a balloon with fire? Have you ever wanted the same balloon not to pop when it's put into a fire? Well, today is a lucky day because that's exactly what we are going to do in this experiment. Balloon and candle, conductor of heat experiment. The few things which we are going to need for this experiment are some water, a candle, a matchstick or a lighter, and few balloons. First thing we have to do is to light the candle. Then inflate a balloon. Gently lower the belly of the balloon above the candle flame. What do we observe? The balloon bursts in some time. Now grab another balloon, but this time fill it with some water. Again, gently lower the belly of the balloon towards the candle flame. What do we observe? The balloon does not burst like it did before. Even if you try this experiment multiple times, you will observe the same results. The balloon did not burst like it did before when it was filled with just air. This is because water is a good conductor of heat. and when the balloon is placed above the candle, the heat from the candle is absorbed by the water inside of the balloon, and it keeps the balloon from bursting. This is how the balloon sustains the heat generated by the candle, and when the balloon has just air inside, it bursts. That's all for the experiment. Thank you.
Good morning, respected teachers and my dear friends. I am Rashri from 9th A. From the last 6 months, we all are stuck into the houses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And amidst this pandemic, our school has organized a very interesting virtual e-impulse. My subject is science, and today I am going to show you all a very interesting yet tricky experiment. My experiment's name is elephant toothpaste. So let's get started.
Elephant's toothpaste is a foamy substance caused by the rapid decomposition of hydrogen peroxide using potassium permanganate or yeast and warm water as a catalyst. How rapidly the reaction proceeds will depend on the concentration of hydrogen peroxide. About 6% of concentrated hydrogen peroxide is first mixed with liquid soap or dishwashing detergent. Here I have also added food color to add the effect. Then a catalyst, potassium permanganate or some baker's yeast is added. Here I have used potassium permanganate to make the hydrogen peroxide decompose very quickly. So we have some hydrogen peroxide, food color and dishwashing detergent in the bottle, and the catalyst potassium permanganate in the small beaker. Now we are going to add both the substances. You all can see the foam. This is nothing but elephant's toothpaste. In normal condition, this reaction takes place very slowly. Therefore, catalyst is added to speed up the reaction, which will result in rapid formation of the foam. This reaction is exothermic and the foam produced is too hot. Hydrogen peroxide breaks down into oxygen and water as a small amount of hydrogen peroxide generates a large volume of oxygen. The oxygen quickly pushes out of the container. The soap water traps the oxygen, creating bubbles, and this turns into foam.
So this was my experiment. I would like to thank Rainbow International School of giving me this opportunity of the virtual e-impulse 2020. Also, special thanks to all the teachers who always guide us for our betterment. I hope that you all liked my video. Once again, thank you one and all.
Good morning everyone, my name is Ishikara and I am from 10th C, and today I am part of e-impulse 2020. So today I am going to show you surface tension experiment. Surface tension property of a liquid is displayed as if acting as a stretched elastic membrane. This phenomenon can be seen in small droplets of water or soap bubbles. You can see insects walking on water just because of surface tension. So now I will show you the experiment. We have to take a glass full of water and then some paper clips, and I will put it in the glass. So the glass has its own capacity and the paper clips has its own mass, till it doesn't overflow. So the cohesive force between the liquid molecules are responsible for the surface tension phenomena. And if there will be no surface tension, all our liquid in our body would mix and we could die. So surface tension is very important, and thank you.
Good morning one and all. My name is Kritika Kumar and welcome to the e-impulse of 2020. Today I will be showing you how to magically blow up a balloon. So the materials required are a balloon, baking soda, vinegar, funnel. First we will add baking soda in the funnel. Then we will add vinegar. The baking soda and the vinegar creates an acid-base reaction and the two chemicals work together to form a gas, carbon dioxide. Gases need space to move, so the carbon dioxide in the funnel moves up in the balloon and blows it up. Thank you.
Good morning dear parents and teachers. Today I am going to show everyone how to make a mini motorboat. The apparatus we are going to use is vinegar, a bottle with vinegar filled in it, and then baking soda which I have kept in this. So after pouring vinegar, we are going to put the baking soda in it. Then we are going to seal it. So now as we are seeing it, this bottle was moving because of the gas which was coming out of it. So when baking soda and vinegar reacts, the basic thing that happens is it releases carbon dioxide. So when the pressure is too much, it bursts out of the bottle and then it comes out. So it makes this bottle move with the help of carbon dioxide. So this is how we make a mini motorboat. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Pearl and I am a student of class 10A and my topic is science. So the topic for my experiment is color explosion. Now before we move forward, let me tell you what is color explosion. So we can say that color explosion is a burst of colors on a plain white background. And we can also see that it is the blossoming of colors. Now let us perform an experiment to understand this topic better. So the materials required for this experiment are milk, food coloring, some soap solution and an earbud. So now I will add some food colorings and then we'll see the magic happen. So now as you can see, I have added 3 colors. Now I will take the secret ingredient, that is the soap solution, and then we will see the magic happen. So we have created this beautiful burst of colors. Now let me explain you what is going on. So as we know, milk is an emulsion. It is a suspension of fat droplets in water. This means that they are not mixed in, they are just hanging on the milk. Food coloring sits in drops in the water to making a stable system until the soap solution is added. These soap solutions are meant to separate out dirt or grease so that they can be washed away. Now when the soap solution is added, the suspension is broken up and the food droplets all rush to combine with each other, causing the blossoming of color. I hope this experiment conveys to you the basic idea of color explosion. Thank you very much.